This is question number 14 on the June 2014 calculator paper. So looking at this question, it says, Sumit records the time in minutes for 40 runners to finish a half marathon. The information about these times are shown in the table. So we've got the times, we've got a frequency, we've got the times as groups, and here we've got the frequency. So 14 runners took between 90 and 120 minutes. 2 runners took between 180 and 210 minutes, and so on. The question wants us to calculate an estimate for the mean time. This is very straightforward. You should know how to do this. This is a case of working out the estimated mean from a grouped frequency table. So I'm going to extend the table a bit further to form 2 more columns. And within those columns, I'm going to work out the midpoint of the groups, and I'm then going to do the midpoint times the frequency. So let's first work out the midpoints, halfway between 60 and 90. If you're not sure about these, add the 2 values and divide by 2. So I'm going to do 60 plus 90 equals, and divide my answer by 2, and that gives me 75. So the midpoint of that group is 75. For the next group, 90 to 120, I'm going to do the same thing. 90 plus 120 equals 210, and then 210 divided by 2 equals 105. Going on to the next one, doing a similar thing tells me it's 135. The next group, 180 plus 150, and then divided by 2, that gives me 165, and 180 plus 210, divide that by 2, that gives me 195. Okay, so do take your time. The challenge, one of the challenges in this question is to work out the midpoints of the groups. I'm then going to do the midpoint times the frequency, times the midpoints and the frequencies together, these here. For some of them I need my calculator. For the first, 10 times 75 is 750. The next one, 14 times 105, that's 1470. For the next one, 9 times 135, that's 1215. For the next, 5 times 165, that's 825. And finally, 2 times 195, and that's 390. Okay, before I proceed any further, I need to know what the total frequency is and the total of the frequencies multiplied by the midpoints, that column which I just worked out. The total frequency is pretty straightforward because they've told us that there are 40 runners in the race altogether. I can add these numbers together and they will add up to 40. I also need to add up the midpoints times frequencies, and this is a calculation that you just definitely need to be careful with. A lot of people just make careless errors adding these. So 750 plus 1470 plus 1215 plus 825 plus 390. That gives me 4,650. And that's a calculation that I'll be inclined to do twice just to make sure that I haven't made any errors whatsoever. Okay, so to work out the estimated mean, I'm going to do 4,650 divided by 40 using my calculator. 4,650 divided by 40, and that gives me 116.25. And that is what I'll write in the answer space. Remember, that's in minutes, but that's been written for you in the answer space. This is a pretty straightforward question. It's a popular exam type question. You need to make sure you can do it and get all the marks for it.